Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing SKN Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. SKN Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch SKN Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our SKN Newsline YouTube channel. SKN Newsline, your world, your news.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
For all your printing needs at top-notch quality, go to Digital Print Plus, located on Princess Street, Bastyr, St. Kitts. At Digital Print Plus, you get the best in business cards, letterheads, envelopes, wristbands, tent cards, rack cards, flyers, brochures, logo designs, posters, photos, architectural designs, 3D renderings, and so much more. Digital Print Plus gives you the best quality at competitive prices. Contact us at 767-7468 or email digitalprintskn@gmail.com or follow us on Facebook at Digital Print SKN. Digital Print Plus, for all your printing needs at the best quality. Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
The Cable, we provide much more than just the fastest and most reliable internet service. We fill the homes of all our customers with joy and laughter. Our services connect friends and keep families together. With the most extensive fiber optic network, we ensure that you can enjoy the things you love with the people you love. Whether it's catching up with family or old friends, or simply just enjoying your favorite TV shows, people choose the Cable because quality shows.
Minister of Foreign Affairs Mark Brantley is reiterating the government's position on its relationship with Venezuela.
What I will say to you is that there is a record that is always available of any countries voting on any particular issue at the United Nations, at the OAS, etc. So this is not like the secret ballot when we vote here in election time. This, when you vote on these issues, there's always a record. And I would invite the press to check that record. Not so much what people say or what people speculate, but to check the record of our voting pattern. That record will show that Venezuela has always been a good friend to St. Kitts and Nevis, and we've always had a good relationship with Venezuela. That is not to suggest that we are not concerned about reports of destabilization and reports of difficulties that are being experienced inside Venezuela.
At his monthly press conference on Tuesday at the NIA conference room in Pines, Mr. Brantley stressed that it has been dialoguing both with the USA and Venezuela, two countries that are at odds diplomatically, but of whom St. Kitts and Nevis has cordial relations.
Our position, just like the CARICOM position, has been consistent, that we call on the parties in Venezuela to resolve the issues peacefully, through peaceful dialogue, with respect for the rule of law and respect for the rules of democracy. That is what we have been calling for. The United States is equally a good friend, and we have engaged with the United States as well on these very difficult issues. I think the United States understands that the issue of Venezuela is a complex issue. It's a complex issue because when these countries were on their knees and our economies were on the verge of collapse because of high oil prices, it was Hugo Chavez that came to our rescue with the Petrocaribe arrangements throughout the region.
There have been some speculations on social media in some quarters that St. Kitts and Nevis, in order to foster good relations with the U.S., could turn its back on Venezuela, a country suffering economically from U.S. sanctions, but of which the Federation has benefited from grants and financial support. Mr. Brantley was keen to point this out, but stressed that St. Kitts and Nevis is on the middle ground when it comes to Venezuela and the U.S.
When our sugar workers in St. Kitts were not paid, it is President Maduro who came to Bastia with check in hand to give those poor people some relief. Those are issues that are not easily dismissed when one is now dealing with difficulties in a country. So we have asked for dialogue. We have pressed, and CARICOM has responded positively to say that CARICOM is available to act as a broker, if you will, between the different parties inside Venezuela. And our position is one of balance, that between Venezuela and the United States, we ask for dialogue, we ask for peaceful resolution, and we certainly do not at all support the recent calls we've heard from Almagro, the Secretary General of the OAS, who was talking about he's not ruling out military intervention. The region is a region of peace, a zone of peace, and we want to maintain that peace in our region. So our position in St. Kitts and Nevis, in my view, is a very middle-of-the-road position where we understand that as between friends, there are difficulties, and that those friends must come together and dialogue at the table of friendship.
The opposition St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party in the past called on the Timothy Harris administration to return financial aid from Venezuela in light of that country's economic plight. Those calls have been ignored by the government, who continues to have a good relationship with Venezuela. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. Get a chance to win $3,500 EC dollars at KFC. Come to KFC and spend $25 or more. Log on to kfcsurvey.com, complete the survey, write the validation code on the back of the receipt along with your name and phone number, and return to any cashier. Draw date is in December. Celebrate the Christmas holidays with KFC. KFC is finger-licking good. Police are investigating an incident in which a man was fatally stabbed. Police received a report of a body found lying in a drain on Brand Street at about 6:25 a.m. on Monday, October 1st. The police responded and upon arrival found the motionless body of John Gums of Pond Road with what appeared to be multiple stab wounds to the abdomen. The police are making an appeal to anyone who might have information in relation to this incident to call the Violent Crimes Unit at 467-1887, 467-1888, or 662-3468, or their nearest police station. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. Gums' death is the 23rd homicide of the year. Meanwhile, 23-year-old Shaquem Norford, who was murdered on September 29, 2018, was killed by a single bullet to the head. That's according to a police report. Dr. Valery Alexandrov concluded that his death was as a result of a single gunshot wound to the head, a police statement said. Norford, formerly of West Street, Newtown, who recently moved to Shadwell, was killed as he was sitting in a yard. Someone came up behind him and shot him in the head. He succumbed to his injuries at the scene, a police statement issued following the killing. Police said the investigation into Norford's murder is continuing. He became the 22nd murder victim for the year. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Ricardo's Home Center and Hardware is your first and best choice in hardware supplies. Visit Ricardo's for paint supplies, screws and nails, windows and doors, building supplies, plumbing supplies, tools, cabinetry, lavatory and accessories, tile, cement and grout, water heaters, lumber and plywood, and much more. At Ricardo's, our services are second to none in the Federation. We offer paint mixing, screen repair, screen installation, window repair, security screen door repair, and commercial doors and locks repair. We also offer delivery service. So come by at Ricardo's in Needsmith Estate, St. Kitts. Call 465-9229, 466-1824, 662-3451. Email rhcenter.h@gmail.com. For the best in supplies and service, visit Ricardo's Home Center and Hardware.
The new look monster at Antilles Plastic Newtown United FC picked up 2 points from 2 games after drawing their second straight match in the National Bank Premier League on Sunday. They drew 1-1 with the Hobson Enterprises Garden Hotspurs, the same scoreline in their previous match against Saul Allen Auto Supply's Connery FC last week. Newtown got onto the score sheet with a solid Giovanni Lake strike in the 13th minute, But before the half could end, Spurs got the equalizer from Kai KB in the 27th minute. The game was an open affair, especially in the second half, with both teams creating opportunities but failing to put them away. Newtown got the better of the chances and should have at least been 3-1 up in the middle stages of the second half, but failed to get their shots on target. The team from East Bastier ended up with 10 men before the match ended as Kimron Brown picked up his second yellow card in the 87th minute. Newtown has been a beneficiary of transfer of top players from some of their rivals, namely Keon and Connery. With a new coach in Earl Jones, it may take them some time for them to gel and adopt to a new philosophy. At least, that's the view of Coach Jones in his post-match comments.
We always could do better, it's a fresh team, fresh coaching head, so we just gotta go back to the drawing board,
What do you think needs tweaking? I mean, you won one last week, another 1-1 draw this week.
Just the fitness, Individually, players might be up to a level, but team-wise, I think we could get a little better, and then we'll start to get the results that we really deserve.
Coach Austin Deco Huggins of Spurs said he was not satisfied with just a point and believes the team could have picked up all 3 points with the win.
Yeah, we had the opportunity to get 3 points, but nevertheless, the guys worked very hard. We did a lot of work on the training ground. After our first game, we saw that we had to make some adjustments in terms of, especially on the defense, and I was very happy to see how we really held out tonight.
In other matches, SL Horsford St. Paul's defeated Mantab 2-1. St. Paul scored their 2 goals in the first half, and Malik Clark in the 21st minute and Keith Roy Freeman in the 33rd minute. Jermaine Carey of Mantab scored a consolation goal in the 67th minute. Saul Island Auto Supply's Connery FC defeated Sadler's 2-0. Scoring for Connery, Wazim Howe in the 15th minute and Kadeem Lewis in the 35th minute. Coach Alexis Morris of Connery was pleased with his team's performance as they made sure that last season's result, when they lost to Sadlers in round 1, would not repeat itself.
I must say it first. I must say it in the first half and the first 20 minutes of the second half, we really controlled the flow of the game. We basically came out this evening to prove a point that a team like Sadlers should not be taking points off of Connery. Yes, we would have dropped 2 valuable points last game against the Newtown team.
Coach Alexis Richards of Sadlers, despite the loss, said he was pleased with his team's performance in the second half.
Today, we finished the last down. I think on the other end, we didn't defend well as a team. We gave 2 soft goals, but all in all, I'm pleased with the team performance second half. I think we got to go to the drawing board, come back again and look to finish more and then counter attacks.
The National Bank Premier League continues this weekend.
On the road to good health, you must visit Nature's Discount Nutrition Center on 4th Street. Nature's Discount is your first stop for all natural supplements to maintain the health of the entire family. Natural alternative medicines to heal your ailments. Natural weight management supplies to ensure you look good. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center also carries all of your sports nutrition supplies, cleansing and digestion products, natural health and beauty products, oils, organic and gluten-free foods, energy and endurance, and sexual well-being supplements. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center on 4th Street is open 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Fridays and evenings 6:30 to 8:30 on Saturdays. Nature's Discount Nutrition Center, your get healthy, feel wealthy people.
Week 2 of the Solid Waste Management Corporation SWMC National Cleanup Campaign got a positive reception from residents in the various communities that benefited from last weekend's exercise. The second week of the campaign spanned communities from Ottley's to Harris's, which saw the collection of bulky waste and old appliances and furniture at no cost to residents of those communities. SWMC spoke to some residents in the various communities over the weekend who gave all positive feedback on the initiative from the corporation.
It's a very good initiative, and on behalf of the community of Harris's, I'd like to thank Solid Waste for affording us this opportunity to dump our waste in the bin that was placed at our disposal. We appreciate the gesture very much, and we hope that in the future other bins will be placed in other communities too.
The solid waste people them doing, man, is a really good thing, see me, because it costs you after this development, it costs you money or putting them down a dump, so see me that you could take it the opportunity now. We'll do it free, because free thing is saying this thing, ain't it?
I'm proud about what you are doing, and it's for me too. But you are doing a perfect job, and I love that. and it's very pleasant to me.
I think it's a marvelous gesture. I think that it's something should be continued. Maybe every 3 months, because most of the people are not financially inclined, so they won't have the money to pay transportation to transport the things. So if we can do this every 3 months, I think it will be good for the nation as a whole.
I think this initiative that the Solid Waste Association has taken on is something positive for our environment. As it helps to clean our environment, which lead to great health everyone in the community, and also helps take away pests and so forth that would breed in the garbage that we may not be able to get away.
It's a good idea because they used to have it at time that you put it down there, and when people have garbage, anything like trees and things are cut, rather than to throw it down, they throw it in there. So nobody could go against that.
As the bins were filled with garbage, the SWMC bin truck was on hand to remove the bins, empty them, and return the empty bin to the location for collection of more garbage. The truck made several trips over the weekend, with the final collection on Monday. Big blue bins from D&D Waste Services were also placed in specified locations in the various communities, and these too were collected, emptied, and replaced multiple times before the final collection on Monday. Mr. Valentine Heiliger, Operations Supervisor at the SWMC, gave an insight into the operations on the first day of the campaign in Otley's.
It has been going really well. People have been cooperating, and persons were really glad that these bins were put out.
Idita Lake, Collections Manager at the SWMC, also gave an overview of the operation in Tabernacle to Harris's.
Yes, people are encouraged, people are excited about it. Lots of people say they welcome the initiative, and I think that we are going places with this.
The SWMC team was split in 2 groups that supervised the campaign throughout the weekend. This weekend, the campaign will run from St. Johnson's Village to West Farm and Newton Ground to Sadlers. The National Cleanup Campaign will last for 8 weeks and is designed to help residents clean their communities by removing bulky waste and old appliances free of cost by placing bins at designated.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're covered when your house gets flooded, getting your settlements quickly and fairly when a fire hits your home, and making sure your business can keep going even after an accident happens on site. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
In one of the first big matchups of the 2018-2019 National Bank Premier League season, defending champions Rams Village Superstars defeated Flow 4GK Rockets 2-0. Playing with just 10 men after former Keon player, now Village star Kevin Benjamin was sent off in the closing stages of the first half, picking up 2 yellow cards, the defending champions were determined to get the win and got the breakthrough goal in the 76th minute of the match through Travis Somersall. 1 minute later, Tahir Hanley made it 2-0. This is more of a revenge win for Village after losing their first chance of silverware for the season, the President's Cup, at the start of the season to Keon. Village had lost that match 4-3. Assistant coach for Village, Stephen Clark, said after the match it was his team's determination and grit that got them the win.
Congrats to Keon. They played a very good game, but the players are very determined. Hard work brings success, and we work really hard on the training ground. On the first game, we work on coming back and doing things, and they really went out there and displayed. We wasn't scared. We defense is a very good defense, and we was confident that we could have kept a clean sheet tonight. Check. We just needed the attack to click and score 1 goal, and unfortunately we got 2. So we'll take it any day.
What will you on this now for the next game?
Well, for the next game, it's the same thing. Hard work being success. We just gotta go, keep positive, and work to what we want for the next game.
Assistant coach for Keon, Jazza Buchanan, said there is some work to be done with his team for them to improve on this performance.
Our Village had the better team because they had come out to play. We take a little back seat and try to do too many things. Some of the things that we tried to do was things that we didn't plan for from the giant board. Now we put us now to go back now and look at this and try to correct a lot of mistakes we make. Yes, we could have scored a lot of early goals from start of the game. But we failed to do that there. We get a little bit too much a little individual creeping in, but we're going to correct that and be ready for our next game.
In the shock win of the weekend, newly promoted United Old Road Jets defeated Elko Limited St. Peter's 2-0.
Both goals came from Tiquani Williams in the 29th and 30th minutes of the match. Technical manager of the Old Road Jets said they improved on their defense from their last game where they lost to Village.
So I'm Will McIntosh here of the OR Jets, and I'm the technical manager here of the team. Well, a valuable 3 points indeed. As you know, we came off a loss on our last game and we had to step up our offense because last game we didn't really have much shots on goals. So we came out here as the underdogs and we had a point to prove because we know the team that we were coming up against, they also lost their first game also. What we have here in Old Road, OR Jets, we have a young and upcoming team. So we have a real good coach with us, and what we're trying to do is work on our fitness daily. And once we get up to par, I assure you that we're going to be a team to be reckoned with in this division.
You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.